What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is ASAS Pixel Studio. Alright, so in today's tutorial I'm just going to show you a very quick way to add colors to your images. This is actually an update on the last one. I usually use the solid color layer in doing. So there is another way, which is I'm going to be showing you right now. You can see the colors that they are too bright and a lot of things are missing. Okay, we want to feel the color of the skin even if it's too bright. Okay, so this is how what I'm going to do about it. But before that, if you're new to the channel, please kindly subscribe and like and share the video. So thank you guys for supporting the channel. Okay, so I've actually done the frequency separation, went from here and then to here using the modern frequency separation. The video is on the link, is in the channel, is on the channel, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to do this real quick. So now I'm going to get rid of this one, delete, and now we're going to select the layer which we want to adjust, which is this one, and then we're going to do it like this. First of all, grab the exposure tool because it's too bright once, but if your image is not too bright, you can go ahead and skip this method. I'm just going to increase the gamma to create some depth. Okay, so you can see the difference, created depth to the image, unlike before where it's too bright and now it just brings out the beauty. So the first thing is to create the exposure and balance the exposure. If you can balance the exposure, you can use the solid color way, but I won't advise using that when the photo is already bright. So now exposure, then the next thing is to create a stem visible layer again. Let's create a stem visible layer, and this time go to filter. You're going to go to select and select color range. So we're going to select the places that we need. Okay, so I'm going to hold down shift and select more of those areas. So we have all the image selected except the darker side. Okay, so let's bring down the fuzziness. Let's increase it a little bit, okay, to like somewhere like that, and it's okay. So on this one I'm going to grab the hue and saturation. So it's going to create a mask for it, and let's zoom in. This is how the masks behave. If the image is too bright, you can decrease the lightness. At times decreasing the lightness fix the image, at times messing around with the hue fix the image, the color. If it's too red, you can mess around with the hue. If it's too saturated, you can bring it up. So I don't see anywhere it's saturated, I just see that there are a lot of red in the image. So I'm going to grab this hand tool and I'm going to select the place, and it's going to show me. So for us to be sure of that, you can see where it's selecting. Okay, if you bring it back, it's still going to select some places like that. Alright, so what are we going to do to those areas? We need to bring the lightness down a bit, not too much. It's going to make it look like this, just a bit, because the image is too bright. Those places are too bright. So if you turn it off and on, you aren't going to see the difference too much. Okay, so now we could mix around with this and make it look more yellowish and increase the saturation. So look what happened as I increase the saturation, right? Makes sense? Yeah, it does. So balance your image, we're supposed to do, and just increase the saturation, not too much. And if you increase the lightness, it's going to go away. So bringing it down to somewhere where we used it before, so somewhere like this. Okay, so that's the first step. Okay, so now we can see before and then the after, before and then the after. So let's continue doing the adjustment. Now I'm going to create a stem visible layer, Ctrl Shift Alternate E. Alright, so the next one is to use the vibrance. So I'm going to be quick with this, increase the vibrance a bit, and there we go. Okay, and there we go. Alright, so you can repeat this here in saturation twice. Let's do it again. Let's create a stem visible layer again. So it's just, and go to select color range, and I'm going to select the brighter side, which is this side, and decrease the fuzziness. So to just select those brighter place alone, I'm going to select this place, decrease the fuzziness, and there we go, and it's okay. So I'm going to create the hue and saturation again, and we're going to create a mask on that, and there we could increase the saturation too. So you can see what's happening to the image. It's increasing the saturation, and those places are gone, but this is too much. Just a little bit will do. and you can decrease the brightness too and make it look the same. All right, so that's that. So let's see if it affected the eyes, and nope. So this is just a quick way. Now the final one is to use the camera raw filter. So I'm just going to go ahead, go to filter camera raw. So here we are in the camera raw. I'm just going to go to the color mixer and then go to the hue. So let's make the red. I'm going to make the red look more like the red and make the yellow look more like the orange. Let's not touch the orange. We could take this forward a bit. Okay, so that's good. That's looking great already. I'm going to bring it back somewhere like 10 should be fine, and bring this forward. And this is for the lips. Okay, so for the blues, I'm going to bring this back, just because of the eyes. Take this forward to look more like the blues, and I'm going to go to the saturation now. And if you like, you can actually increase the saturation of the red and of the orange and the red, and there we go. Okay, so I like doing just a little. Let's do this 10, and let's do this 9, this 10. Okay, I increase the saturation of the orange, so we are done with our image. Okay, so we can also decrease the luminosity. If it's too bright, we can bring it down a little, bring this down, and let's bring this down, not too much. This is -9, so somewhere like this. And that's for the color grading. So sometimes I do use the calibration, but I'm just going to leave it like this. So there we go with our final image. I'm going to group everything from starting to the end and group them, turn it off, and in recap, from year to year, from year to year. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, this is Asus Pixel Studio. If you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.